So we are going to look at the syndrome calculation circuit. How the circuit is realized in order to generate the syndrome. As we know, the syndrome is evaluated using the two known parameters, which are the received vector and then it is a transpose of the parity check matrix. So we are going to expand this in general terms. We know that S is a matrix of the size 1 cross n minus k. R is a matrix of 1 cross n, and H transpose is a matrix of the size n cross of n minus k. Okay, so these are the sizes of the matrices, individual matrices. Now we are going to expand this. S can be written as, I will assume that S is a vector and it can be written as S1, S2, S3, so on up to S suffix n minus k. Okay, and I am going to write the individual vectors like this: S1, S2, so on up to S of n minus k. And R can be, the received vector can be written as R1, R2, so on up to R suffix n. And H transpose, I'll write it in general format. You can just go and verify. This H transpose consists of two parts. Let me write first H, then I'll come back to H transpose. H is a parity check matrix which consists of two parts, where it is written as P transpose appended with I n minus k. So it involves the P transpose, but when you take transpose of this happens to come out like P, above which I'll have an I n minus k. So it is appended not to the beside but below the parity check matrix. So in that case, I can write this H transpose as P11, P12, so on up to P1 comma n minus k, because parity matrix has n minus k bits. The second row similarly P21, P22, so on up to P2 comma n minus k. This extends up to PK1, PK2, so on up to PK comma n minus k. So this is the parity matrix part, and the rest will be the identity matrix part. Let me write that. I'll make the matrices bigger. So the second part of this H transpose would be the identity matrix. This identity matrix is of the size I of n minus k. So this is how the multiplication looks like. When we are multiplying, we are going to obtain every syndrome as in the form of an equation. Let us try to expand this. I'll write the equations here itself so that you can multiply and verify the expressions properly. S1 is written as R1 P11 plus R2 P21 plus so on. So if it is RK, so it is RK into PK1, and the last bit will be multiplied with Rn into, so nothing else will be left out over here. So Rn multiplied by 0 will be 0. So the last possible non-zero element is Rk plus 1 multiplied by 1, because this which is a part of the identity matrix. Similarly, when we are expanding for other syndromes, S2, we are going to obtain R1 into P12 plus R2 into P22 plus so on Rk into Pk2 plus. Now here Rk plus 1 will be multiplied with 0. So therefore that element will not be available. The only non-zero element from the identity matrix that I am going to obtain is Rk plus 1. Rk plus 2. Sorry. So if like this, if I'm going to expand for all these syndromes of the last syndrome called S suffix n minus k would look like r1 multiplied by p1 comma n minus k plus r2 into p2 comma n minus k. From the parity matrix, the last non-zero component, the possible component is rk into pk comma n minus k, and the non-zero component from the identity matrix that I am going to obtain is Rn. So this is how we are going to realize the syndrome expressions. So once we know these equations, we can write the circuit easily by looking at the expressions. So let us realize this expression in circuit form. So in order to calculate the syndrome, the basic known quantity that we require is the received vector, which is of the size n. So similar to how we have realized the encoding circuit, this is going to be similar to that. What we will do is, we are going to receive all the n bits and push it into a shift register, which consists of n flip-flops, and we are going to feed the first bit first, and therefore after n number of clock cycles r1, the first bit r1 will appear over here. Here r2 will be appearing, r3 will be appearing here. If I come to the last, this is rn minus 1, rn minus 2, r suffix n minus 2. So these are the possible combinations that we are going to get. Now we can realize the circuit. Of course, in between like this we will have rk, you can write here rk plus 1, rk plus 2, so on and so forth we will have. This is an n bit shift register. Then we are going to multiply each one of this n bit or each one of these bits with the respective parity to obtain the syndromes. So R1 will be multiplied with P11. It is also multiplied with the second combination, which is corresponding to P12, and lastly it is going to be multiplied with P1 comma n minus k. So this connection will go to P11, P12, then P1 comma n minus k. Similarly, R2 will be multiplied with P21. It is multiplied with P22, and here it will be multiplied with P2 comma n minus k. So this connection will go to this, then it will go to this. Like this, if we similarly go on writing the parity matrix, the Rn will be multiplied with pk, the last one, the last non-zero component along the parity matrix will be corresponding to rk will be multiplied with pk1, rk will be multiplied with pk1, and rk will be multiplied with pk2, and rk will be multiplied with pk comma n minus k. So let me connect these non-zero component. After this, the rest is simple. When we are going to add these, along with this, the non-zero element, which is a direct bit, will be appearing. So you can see here with the first parity or first syndrome combination, we will see over here, these are the obtained parameters from the, or obtained bits from the parity bit or parity matrix part. Then with respect to the identity matrix, directly you are going to add the bits which is directly obtained from the received vector. So that corresponds to, for this first parity we are going to add the non-zero component, which is rk plus 1. Then for this second parity we are going to add with rk plus 2, And for this last parity, so this is what is extended. For the last parity, we are going to add the last non-zero element from the identity matrix part. So this is Rn. So this is Rn, this is Rk plus 2, this is Rk plus 1. Once we have added all these, the resultant that we are going to obtain are these syndrome bits. These resultants are nothing but, let me write the dotted lines. This one would be S1, this is S2, this is S of n minus k. So these are the n minus k syndromes, and all these are modulo 2 adders. Please remember that these are the modulo 2 adders. These are not simple adders, arithmetic adders. These are modulo 2 adders which will do the modulo 2 arithmetic. So here we are going to take one example and try to write the syndrome circuit for the simple example of 6 comma 3 linear systematic linear block code, so that you will be able to write this circuit easily. We will see one simple example. This is the one problem that we have already done in the previous classes. So we will use the same problem here. It's a 6 comma 3 linear block code where the received vector is given as R1, R2, R3, R4, R5, R6. They have given in general, and they have also given the parity check, the transpose of the parity check matrix. H transpose is equal to 1 0 1 0 1 1 1 1 0 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. So this is the transpose of the parity check matrix. So we have to write the syndrome calculation circuit for this. So to calculate the syndrome, we can see over here n minus k number of syndromes will be there, which is equal to 6 minus 3. The value will be equal to 3. So in the S vector, it will have 3 bits, S1, S2, S3. This will be equal to the received vector R1, R2, R3, R4, R5, R6 multiplied by this parity transpose of the parity check matrix 0 1 0 0 1 1 1 0 0 0 1 0 0, pardon me, this is 1 1 0, the third row is 1 1 0, then this is 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. So multiply and obtain the equations. So if we are going to obtain the equations here, we will get S1 is equal to R1 plus R3 plus R4. S2 will be equal to R2 plus R3 plus R5. S3 will be equal to R1 plus R2 plus R6. Once we have known this, we can easily write the circuit easily for this. Let us write the shift register. So first we are going to start off with the shift register consisting of 6 slots to obtain the 6 bits of the received vector, R1 being present on the extreme right, R1, R2, R3, R4, R5 and R6. Now we are going to realize the syndromes. First syndrome, it is the combination of, I'll write the modulo 2 adder first. It's the combination of R1, R1, R3, then R4. These three will be added to obtain S1. Then we have another adder where R2 is one of the input, R3 is one of the input, then R5 is another input. This will give out the syndrome S2. Then lastly another adder to which R6 is one of the input, R1 is one of the input and R2 is another input. Observe carefully where I have connected. It's the I have written the dots over there so that you can easily recognize to where the connection is happening. This is S3. So these are the three syndrome bits that are evaluated using the following syndrome circuit, which the expression for which can be obtained easily in the general terms. So given any of the received vector, you need not have to worry which is the received vector. In general, for any received vector of the size 6, if you know the syndrome circuit or the equations, you can this is going to be a constant, the circuit is going to be a constant. For any of the received vector, you can obtain the syndrome using this circuit. Okay, do you have any doubts so far? If you have, you can ask, or else we will go to a problem. We will do everything right from the beginning. Whatever we have done, we will do it for a particular case of 7,4 linear block code, so that you will have a glance through the process that we have done followed so far with respect to linear block codes. Any doubts? I want you people to respond. Okay, so we will go with the problem. Okay, take down this problem. For a systematic 7,4 linear block code, for a systematic 7,4 linear block code, n is 7, k is 4. The parity matrix P is given by, the parity matrix P, capital P, is given by 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1. First sub question, find all possible valid code vectors. Find all possible valid code vectors. Second sub question, draw the corresponding or draw the encoding circuit. Draw the encoding circuit. The third sub question, a single error has occurred. A single error has occurred in receiving the following vectors. The following vectors. Detect and correct the error. Detect and correct those errors. The received vectors are as below. First is R suffix A, which is the first received vector. 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. This is the received vector. The second received vector is RB, which is 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0. The third received vector R suffix C is 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. The fourth sub question is draw the syndrome circuit. Draw the syndrome calculation circuit. So we will quickly do the first part, which is most simplest, to find all possible code vectors. So how to find out the code vectors? Give me the equation to realize the code vectors. What do we need to generate the code vectors now? You have solved this and during the lab and all. So you should be able to tell me how to generate the code word. So we need the code word vector v for all possible message combination vector u. So what is the equation? V is equal to u multiplied by yes. Are you people sleeping? Please give me the expression for the code generation. Please keep the class interactive so that it will be helpful for others, those who have not studied, those who are trying to recall. It will be helpful for them. I know the concept. I can simply write and go with the flow with whatever I have, but that is not is the intention. If I have to do one way what interaction, I can record the video and I can give it to you. That is not at all an issue. But still we are conducting the class because of the reason that you can be interactive. Yes, what is the expression? V is equal to U multiplied by the generator matrix G, where the generator matrix G is having two parts. One is the identity matrix part, the second one is the parity matrix part. So, in this particular case, n is equal to 7, k is equal to 4. So therefore, G will be consisting of the identity matrix of the size 4 cross 4 along with the parity matrix. So first let us write the generator matrix now. So it is simple. You are going to append the identity matrix of the size 4 with the parity matrix. So first row consists of 1 0 0 0, 0 1 0 0. Third row is 0 0 1 0. The last row is 0 0 0 1. And this we are going to append it with the parity matrix. This is simply a dotted line. Don't think it has any significance. I am simply writing this dotted line to give you the hint of separation between the generator matrix and also the parity matrix. Yenjare, please mute your mic. Parity matrix, the parts of the parity matrix are 1 1 1 in the first row. The second row it is 1 1 0. Third row is 1 0 1 and the last row is 0 1 1. This is the generator matrix. Now we shall try to write all possible code words for different combinations of the message. So since there are 4 message bits, the possible number of combinations are 16 combinations are possible. Now we can write this by writing all the message vectors here on one side and code word vectors. Now you should help me in writing this all possible code word vectors here. Okay, so we will begin with all 0 combinations. We know all 0 combination, what is the answer? You can easily say 0 0 0 1 0 0 1 0. I'll write all the combinations here. 0 1 0 0 0 1 0 1 0 1 1 0 0 triple 1 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 1 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 1 1 1 0 0 1 1 0 1 1 1 1 0. Then lastly we are left out with 1 1 1 1. I hope I have covered all the combinations. So please go on giving me the code words to the corresponding message vector. Look at the matrices of the generator matrix, multiply like that itself, and then you tell me. For all 0 combination, it is obviously the first 4 bits will be the message bits itself. The next 3 bits, anything multiplied by zeros is zeros. So therefore you will get all zeros in the third part, which is the parity part, or the redundant bits part will also be 0. Coming to the second one, the first 4 bits will be same as your message. The next 3 bits you have to tell me. Quickly multiply and tell me.
Ma'am, 0, 1, 1.
0?
1, 1.
Correct. Okay. Next. Next. Similarly, the first 4 bits are the message bits. The next 3 bits.
101.
101. Correct. Next. Coming to the combination of 0011. You're going to get 110. Am I right? Verify this. It is nothing but wherever you are seeing non-zero element, no, corresponding to those two non-zero elements, check with the rows. So the last two rows you need to add, modulo to add. So when you add this and this, you're going to get 1, 0, 0, 0 and 1, you're going to get 1, 1 and a 1, you're going to get a 0. So verify like that. So the next combination is 0, 1, 0, 0. Consider the second row within the parity matrix. The second row in the parity matrix is 110, because it is, if you multiply, it is going to filter out only the second row, because there is only one non-zero element over here. So it is 110, right? Next one, for the 0101 combination, you check, it is the second and the fourth which are non-zeros. So you add second and fourth rows of the parity matrix here, because you're going to multiply like this, no, row multiplied with a column. So when you multiply, you're going to filter out 2 and 4, 2 and 4, 2 and 4 in all the 3 columns. So you do that. 1 plus 0 is 1, 1 plus 1 is 0, 0 plus 1 is 1. So it is 101. Right? Next, 0, 1, 1, 0 is the message combination. Try to find out the parity. So here the non-zero components are second and third bits. Therefore, you consider the 2 and 3 rows and then you can add. Yes?
011.
011. Yes, correct. Then you add the last 3 rows here. It is 0, 0, 0. You are going to get all the 3 parity bits as 0. Next, for 100, 1000. So the first row will get filtered out. It is all ones. Then 1001. It is the first and the last row. It corresponds to 100. Right? Next, 1010. The first and the third row, it is 010. Then it is 1011. Add, except the second row, you add other 3 rows. 110, it is 1, it is 0, then it is 1. So 1011, you check with this parity. Check with this again. Have I done it rightly? The first combination is 0, 0, right? It is 1 plus 1 is 0, 0 plus 0 is 0. Sorry about this. This is 0. So it is going to be 0, 0, 1. Then the next message combination is 1, 1, 0, 0. First 2 rows will get added. 0, 0, 1 again. The next one is 1101 message combination. Leave out the third row and add other 3 rows. So this is 0, 1 and then a 0. So it is 1101, 010. So message combination 1110. For that, I am going to get 100. Last one is all one combination. All one combination, you add all the rows, you're going to get 111. Okay, for all ones message you're going to get all ones. So this is what we have got. Now we have to realize the encoding circuit. So the first question answer is over. This is the first part of your solution, where it was asked to calculate all possible all possible code word vectors for the different message combinations. This we have found out. Now we shall go to the encoding circuit. How to realize an encoding circuit? First we have to obtain the message bits, and then you have to push them into a k bit shift register, and then you have to realize the n minus k parity bits by making by obtaining the logic which is used to obtain the parity bits. First we will do, so there are 4 message bits over here. First let me write the 4 message bits within the register. Corresponding to, we will have u1, u2, u3 and then u4. First, as we know, v1, v2, v3 and v4 will all be corresponding to the message bits themselves. First let me write this u1, which is same as v1, u2 is same as v2, u3 is same as v3 and u4 is same as v4. Next we have to find v5, v6 and v7, because we are realizing 7,4 linear block code. Now I'll come back to this. I'll try to express in general u1, u2, u3, which is equal to actually v1, v2, v3 so on up to v7. Please write the left hand side expression in its general form. I'm not writing it. So see over here, what I'm trying to do here is write it in a general format first, so that it will be easier for me. I'll write it in terms of expression. So if you are writing in terms of parities, first 3 bits anyways it is going to filter out. Sorry, this is 4 message bits, no? u4. So you're going to get u1, u2, u3 and u4. If you come to the v5, it is nothing but u1 plus u2 plus u3, u1 plus u2 plus u3. If you come to the v6 combination, it is u1 plus u2 plus u4, u1 plus u2 plus u4. The last one, v7, corresponds to u1 plus u3 plus u4. So these are the parity generation equations. So we will realize the same using the circuit. So in the first v5 combination, it is the combination of the first 3 message bits. So the first 3 message bits goes something like this. It is u1 plus u2 plus u3. Okay, so this corresponds to v5. Then the second parity is u1 plus u2 plus u4. So I'll add it over here. So I'll consider from here itself u1, write as connecting dot, and u2. Use this actually. Let me write it like this: u1 plus u2 plus u4. This corresponds to v6. Then lastly, we'll have v7 given by u1 plus u3 plus u4. So it is u1, the same u1 I'll continue over here, plus u3 plus u4. So this corresponds to v7. So let me write the vectors that I'm going to obtain: v1, v2, v3, v4, v5, v6 and then v7. So how these are obtained? These are transmitted to channel, we need a commutator which is going to select one by one. These bits are selected one by one in a proper order and it is sent to the channel. So while writing the encoding circuit, it is necessary to mention that it is going to the channel, and this what arrangement is called as a commutator arrangement. Okay, one by one your channel pointer is going to switch from V1 to V7 and then you're going to transmit them. Can represent it like this in textbook and all, they are going to give it like this. So this is the solution for the second part of your question. Let us go to the third sub question, where they have given us the three received vectors RA, RB, RC, and they have only said that it is a single error that has occurred during the transmission of these bits. So what they have asked is to detect and correct the errors for the following received vectors. We will do that now. The third sub question, I'm going the first and the foremost thing, if I know the received vector, the best way to say that the received vector has ended up in an error is to calculate their syndromes. So what is that syndrome? To calculate the syndrome, I need to multiply the received vector with the H transpose. So first and the foremost thing, we shall write what is the parity check matrix. So parity check matrix H is obtained by writing the transpose of the parity matrix and append it with I of n minus k. So first we will do this process, then we will take its transpose. So what is parity transpose? Here the parity matrix I'll rewrite over here: 1 1 1 1 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 1. So P is given to us, it is 1 1 1 1 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 1. So this is the parity matrix. So if I want to take the transpose of this, it is going to be first column will become the first row. It is 1 1 0 1 1 0 1 1 0 1. Then lastly it is 1 0 1 1. So the next part is the I3 part. N minus k is 7 minus 4, which is equal to I3. The next part is the identity matrix of size 3. So it is 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. So this is what is the parity check matrix. But in order to calculate the syndrome, what do we require? S is equal to the received vector R1, R2, R3, R4, R5, R6, R7 should be multiplied with the transpose of the parity check matrix, which is 1 1 1 1 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 1 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. So we are going to obtain like this. Let me write the expression themselves so that it will be easier for me. So how many syndrome bits will be here? Can anybody take a guess? I mean, evaluate how many number of syndrome bits would be here for this case of n, 7, 4 linear block rule. S is of the size n minus k. Here n is 7, k is 4. So therefore, the number of syndrome bits that I am going to obtain is 3, S1, S2, S3. Let me write the expressions for this syndrome so that it will be useful for us to even to write the circuit and also to evaluate and check the syndromes for the individual given received vector. Shall we do that first, or shall we find out the syndrome and then we shall go with this what received vector? Okay, we shall do like this only so that it will be easier. So S1 expression is obtained by R1 plus R2 plus R3 plus R5. S2 is obtained by R1 plus R2 plus R4 plus R6. S3 is obtained by R1 plus R3 plus R4 plus R7. So these are the three parity syndrome equations, S1, S2, S3. Now we shall evaluate for the first received vector RA, which has happened to be 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. So using this received vector, please calculate the syndrome bits for this corresponding RA. You can, in place of this, you can put what? Let me erase this and write the bits themselves so that it will be easier. So it is 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. So this is the received vector. We are going to multiply these two to obtain the syndrome corresponding to the received vector RA. So I represent that as SA. So please multiply and then try to obtain the resultant over here. Either you can make use of this expression or you can multiply directly. 0 into 1 is 0, 1 into 1 is 1, 1 into 1 is 1. So 1 plus 1 is 0. 1 into 0 is 0, 1 into 1 is 1, rest all is 0, so the first bit in the syndrome is 1. Then the second bit in the syndrome, similarly, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. So there are 3 ones coming over here. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 1, and the last one, the Njara has already given the answer. It is 1, 1, 0. If you check with the last column, you might get a check with this within this 5 bits, because the last two are zeros anyways. Check within this 5 bits. There are 2 ones. When you add 2 ones, you are going to get a 0. So the syndrome is, for the first received vector, it is happened to be 1, 1, 0. Now what we need to do? Once I know the syndrome bits, I need to check the location of this syndrome combination. Am I audible? Guys, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Check the location of the syndrome within H transpose. So check where, in which row this is located. 1, 1, 0. So 1, 1, 0 is present in the second row itself. That means the error pattern for RA is given by E suffix A, which is equal to 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Because E is an error pattern is an n bit vector, so it consists of 7 bits. So it is 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. This is what we are going to get. So the actual code word that was transmitted is VA is equal to RA plus EA. So we shall do that. It is 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. This is the received vector. We need to add this with respect to the error vector. 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So add these two. You are going to obtain the received vector as 0, 0. The actual code word vector as 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. Fine. So this is how we are going to obtain the code word from the syndrome. Similarly, do it for the second received vector RB, which is given as 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0. Let me go back and verify whether it's the same. RB is given as 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0. 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0. So for this, you calculate the syndrome. SB. I am going to calculate S suffix B. It's a 3-bit. You can multiply here. Let me write it 10 111 00. Multiply it with the transpose of the parity check matrix 111 110 101 011 100 010 001. Now you evaluate. I have written the equations. SP is equal to, so it is 1 0, 1 plus 1 is 0, 0 1. So you are going to get the first syndrome bit as 1. Coming to the second column, similarly 1 1 0 0 1 0 0 0. So it is 1 plus 1 is 0. Then the third bit is 1 0 1 1. So 3 ones have come as of now. 0 0 0. So 3 ones means 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 1. So SB is going to be 101. So corresponding to this, you map where this syndrome is located within the parity check matrix. You can see that you are going to get it in the third row. Therefore EB will be of the type 001 0000. So I can obtain the transmitted code word vector VB as RB plus EB. I'm going to write directly the answer, which is 10. The third bit should go in, has been in error. So it is, instead of 1, we have to write a 0 over there. 1100. This is what is the transmitted code word vector. Similarly, you can evaluate it for the third one also, which is RC. The vector is 101 followed by 4 zeros. Do this similarly. Let me write here itself I will write the syndrome. Yes, see, it is 111 110 110 101 011 100 010 001. Yeah. Now you do this, calculate the syndrome for this combination 1 1. So only first and the third row we need to evaluate, rest all will be zeros. So it is 0 1 0. Check with that whether it is correct or not. First and the third row are the only two which is corresponding to a non-zero elements. So add only the first row and the third row. You are going to get 1 plus 1 is 0, 1 plus 0 is 1, 1 plus 1 is 0. So the syndrome is 0 1 0. Now you try to locate the position of this syndrome combination within this parity check matrix. You can see that it is in the 6th position. So EC, the error pattern EC will be of the type, or will be of the size 7, where the non-zero element is present in the location 6, which is in the 6th bit. So error pattern will be of this type. So finally the transmitted code word is obtained by RC plus EC, which is nothing but R is 101 0000 plus E is 0000010. So the final code word is 101 0010. This was the transmitted code word vector, or the corrected code word vector. So the last part here is to write the syndrome calculation circuit. Let us write that also. We shall finish off with that. The last and final sub question is to write the syndrome calculation circuit. We will write the expression that we have realized for S1, S2, S3 again. S1 is R1 plus R2 plus R3 plus R5. R1 plus R2 plus R3 plus R5. S2 is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R4, check here, R4 plus R6 plus S3 is equal to R1 plus R3 plus R4 plus R7. Let me verify it again. Yes, R1 plus R3 plus R4 plus R7. Once I know these things, I can write the syndrome calculation circuit first by writing the 7-bit shift register, where all the 7 bits of the message are written: R1, R2, R3, R4, R5, R6 and R7. These are the shift register containing the received vectors. So there are 3 syndromes corresponding to that. Let me write the 3 modulo 2 adders. Then I'll do the connections appropriately. So the first syndrome is evaluated using R1, R2, then the third one is R3, then R5. This is the S1 that we get. S2 is R1, then R2, then R4, then it is R6. This corresponds to S2. Lastly, it is R1. I'm going to draw it from here itself. R1, R3. So R3 somewhere over here we have got. R3, R4 here. I'm going to connect it again from here. It might look clumsy, but you please write it properly in your respective notebooks. This is S3. So these are the 3 syndrome bits that we are going to evaluate from the received vector. So given any linear bit code word problem, they can ask all these things within a single question. So this will carry around 12 to 15 marks for you to write all these circuit for the encoding part and the syndrome calculation part and all these things. I hope the concept is clear. Any doubts so far? Do you people have any doubts so far?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so we will stop it over here. We will consider the rest of the part. We have been left out with 2 important topics from this linear block code. With that, I think the 4th unit will be over. Hopefully, I'll be able to finish it soon. I'll give you in recordings. Please go through them, because it is otherwise it is very difficult to finish off the things within the stipulated period. So I will make sure that I'm sending the videos within Wednesday maybe, for the before we could start off with the next part, or within Tuesday, so that it will be easier for you to go through the things. Okay, so